All right, guys, we got the Encompass in, and we're out here in the yard, and I got it all set up on my bow. You guys can see that it holds the arrow in there, and you can do whatever you need to do, and your arrow sits right there. There ain't no falling off, there ain't no nothing. So it's all set up, and I'm ready to shoot it. I believe I got it all set up to where my bow needs it to be, to where it's all straight, flat, the whole 9 yards. It took me a little over an hour to do all the tweaks that I needed to do because I hooked it up to my cable guide on my bow. So for this to work, this is what depresses it, and when you fire, it's going to release it because it's going to be under a lot of pressure, and it holds the arrow perfectly in there. So we're going to test shoot this sucker, and you're getting a review right now on the Encompass from Creek Archery. So I like it. It fits on my bow beautifully. It looks great. I love having new additions on the bow, especially this old bow here. I love this bow. Killed my first deer with it, and I still use it. So let's take a shot and see what happens. If I'm correct, my left and right, if I set it up right with using my sight, my left and right should be on, so it should be centered. But my up and down is going to be off because it's on here differently than my other rest was, and I found a complication from my other rest where my D-loop was. So things have moved, and it's gonna shoot either high or it's gonna shoot low. So let's find out. Let's take a shot. I'm gonna turn the camera around so that way you guys can see the target. I'm gonna shoot from 10 yards. So we're gonna take a 10-yard shot and see what happens. That was not far off. And after you fire, here, I'm going to turn it back around so I can see myself again. After you fire, the Encompass opens. The flippers flip open, and it stays open. You guys got to hold on a minute. I'm doing a review. So that worked the way it was supposed to work. Now, when you load it, you put your arrow in, and you load it in here. You always got to put your odd vane out too, so that way it gets clearance, and you just pull it back in the locking position, and you're ready to go. Let's take another 10-yard shot just to make sure it hit where it's supposed to hit, and then I'll take you guys up there and show you where the arrow hit, so you can see how far off left, right, or up and down it was from me taking this all apart and putting a whole new rest on here and lining it up through my sight, down my string, and down my arrow.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, can I shoot my practice?
Stay.
Can I shoot my practice bow?
Sure, in a minute.
Okay.
All right, let's go for a walk. It totally cleared it, so it's clearing the rest, but it's a little bit high, and it's just a hair to the right, which is fine. I'm gonna have to make that adjustment. I kind of figured I would have to make that adjustment, and we can actually do that right now. Think you can pull that out, buddy? Grab it right here and pull it out of there.
Right here?
Yep. There we go. Let's go for a walk. So I'm gonna have to adjust my sight a little bit. Which I should probably adjust the rest and not the sight, because that's what I changed. It's gonna have to go just a hair to the right. Which I don't have the Allen wrench out here with me. Let's go get the Allen wrench. But this thing, I love this rest already. I can already tell you that I'm gonna like this rest because it fired great. I mean, I'm gonna have to move this thing a hair because my sight was already where it needed to be. So let's go get that Allen wrench. I sat here and I put it on at my table. And it took me a little while to work all the kinks out. So, and just like any other sight, it's got adjuster screws on it. And you adjust it. Up, down, left, right. How much tension it has. Oh, you know what? I have to move it to the left because I'm moving the arrow. I'm not moving my sight, so I'm moving the arrow. Let's take this one with me. I had my other one. Where did that go? Alright, I got both Allen wrenches on me just in case. Yeah, I know, Troy, but the sight was on before. The sight was on where it needed to be with the string before I changed the rest. So I'm going to try the rest first, just a hair, and see what happens from there. Let me get you guys back in the tripod. All right, let me see the arrow. Thanks, buddy. So we're gonna go odd vein out, and you could either you could hold it and lift it with the trigger arm, and it's in there. See, now when I do this, when I sight my stuff in, I look down my string, my arrow, and my pins. They all should line up. That's how I've always tested it. Let's take another shot. That looks better. Let's go take a look. Hold on, don't touch it, buddy. Now, with me moving it just a hair, my left and right is on. Now I'm gonna move my pins for my up and down. This was my 10-yard pin, so I'm gonna move it up because I had a feeling I was gonna need to move it up anyways. Yep, pull it out, bud. So that little hair adjustment to the left brought my arrow over where my sights and my string is. Now I gotta move.
Daddy, I'm gonna go get the practice one out.
Oh, hold on, bud. I'm doing something. Now I'm gonna move my sight just up a little bit. Then after that, I'm gonna take a 20-yard shot. All right. Let's see how that works at 10 yards and where it's going to land. Let's see my arrow. So you knock your arrow. And you're in your setting position right there. Look at that. Arrow's not falling off, it ain't going nowhere, and that's why I wanted this rest. You gotta get behind me, dude. I'm gonna try again because I was moving a little bit. I kind of got a crosswind on me.
Hey,
Ian, get over here.
you can't.
Get over here.
Fine.
I want you behind me. All right, we're gonna take another shot again. All right. Now, don't pull it yet. This one I released when I needed to. So I brought it down a little bit. And I kind of like it like that because your broadhead always shoots lower than your field tip. I don't care what kind you have unless you got a mechanical with the mechanical test head. So, what did I do?
It's already out dead.
Let's go to 20 yards. I'm ready to go to 20 yards.
Oh, did it do
Let's try a 20-yard shot. Let's see where my 20-yard pin ends up being at. I'll put you guys back in here.
Oh, Daddy!
Because I'm going to be behind. I'm going to be behind the phone this time. You guys are just going to hear the arrow hit probably. 20 yards. Here we go. You ready?
Yes,
Back
Dad.
up.
I'm backing up right here.
You backing up?
Right here. Turn around
All right. There it is. 20 yards, buddy. Let's see where we hit at 20 yards.
Go.
Don't say nothing.
I'm going to chill.
Don't touch it. Yeah, we gotta try that again because that was way off.
Right here.
I know you are. It's getting dark.
I didn't even get my practice ball up,
All right, this is gonna be 20 yards. Yeah, surgery. I know, Troy, you told me that. All right, here's my 20 yards. So it hit higher and it hit a little bit to the right. It's getting kind of, it doesn't look like it on the phone, but a little bit darker out. This is like your last minute light shooting. I'm going to have tweaks that I'm gonna have to work out shooting. So I'm gonna need more time shooting to work these tweaks out. But the Encompass, it is performing. It is doing what it says it's meant to do. My arrows are clearing it. I don't hear anything. It has opened every single time I've shot. It fits beautifully on my bow. And you could flip your bow all over the place if you have an Encompass on your bow. So, my review on this is a positive. This is a positive, and I kind of like it. And I have tomorrow off, so tomorrow morning I'll be out here. I'll be with my Allen wrenches and tweaking on it and adjusting my sights and getting it all lined up perfect. That way it's ready for tomorrow afternoon to go out and hunt with. So, I like it. I kind of do. Check out the Encompass from Creek Archery. He said it. It's gonna hold your arrow right there. It ain't gonna let that arrow fall or do anything or nothing. And I think oh, a deer just got hit down the road. Oh man, did you see that down there? Some guy just hit a deer down the road.
Daddy?
So we're gonna have to check that out. But check out the Encompass, guys. It's pretty awesome arrow rest, I'd have to say. And I think it's well worth the money. And I'll come back on, I'll do some more shooting tomorrow morning and we'll see what happens.
Daddy.
See ya.